This is insane. Everyone is talking about this video from Cheese Forever, and not for good reasons. The title is called Game Breaking 1 Million DPS Secret Exploit Revealed. Contest clears were not cheating, just gate kept. So what he's referencing is net limiting and how you can use this exploit to do incredible damage in Destiny 2. And by the title, what it would seem like is that Cheese Forever is educating people on how to net limit and also saying that it's not cheating, which is pretty crazy because you literally one-shot the boss. So I think we could all pretty much agree that this is not working as intended and is definitely cheating. But let's go ahead and see what he has to say. Let's start from the very beginning and see what's going on here with this wild situation. This currently has 658 likes to 374 dislikes, so a lot of people have been sharing their opinion. Here we go.
Hey guys, you're here for the most broken and gate-kept secret for nuking bosses. This has come to light due to people getting banned and labeled cheaters during the contest raid. It turns out some were using cheats and some were just using a secret desync exploit, which should not be bannable.
A secret desync exploit, which should not be bannable. Interesting.
Desync and clones have been around since before Garden of Salvation, which is when I first started messing with them, and they were even available in Destiny 1. There was a double damage golden gunshot, and even immune to all damage by pushing your clone off the edge, at least until your burning maul ended. This is something easily done with net limiter, and I showed somewhat where people were combining two guns together in PvP for one-shots. This is more similar to that. This exploit combines Duality and Lorentz Driver together for good PvE damage. Here's a small clip from RTA Tech's channel. So by setting up multiple loadouts with all different gear and mods and swapping between them non-stop, you can sometimes clone your character, and that will give you ghost bullets. And those bullets will multiply your damage per shot, which you will see at a delay register on a boss's health bar after firing, bringing them from full HP to half or even dead almost instantly. This particular trick you can't move though. If you move your character, then the clones will resync.
Okay, so what I'm seeing here, or what I believe he's referencing, is that he's just loadout swapping like 100 times between all these different loadouts, and in the process, his character is going to do like an incredible amount of damage. So I don't think he's actually referencing using net limiting for his method, but he said that this is possible using a net limiter, which is probably what a lot of people were doing in the actual raid race. If you don't know, like almost 80% of the contest clears were people cheating, right?
Which is true of all of the previously mentioned desyncs. However, someone else can move the clones and it will not break the desync last I checked. You can aim, but you can't move. This video pretty much states that it can crash players' games and that your teammates are able to verify if you've done the glitch correctly, because if they see you holding Lorentz Driver and you have already been in your menu and swapped to Duality, then you have done the glitch properly. So set up 4 different loadouts with 4 different Lorentz Drivers, swap a bunch, change to Duality, see if a teammate says you're holding Lorentz Driver, then nuke the boss without moving. Let me know if this works for you. I didn't test it too long, but it didn't seem to be working for me. In my opinion, that could theoretically be related to my internet speed, whether I'm using a VPN, my FPS, whether it's just harder to pull off on console, or if slower machines work better with it. And it's not like it only works with these guns. It can be any number of guns combined together.
Cheese forever.
Interesting. So the last bit,
in my opinion, that could theoretically change to Duality, see if a teammate says you're holding Lorentz Driver, then
this part is the part I find interesting here.
Nuke the boss without moving. Let me know if this works for you. I didn't test it too long, but it didn't seem to be working for me.
I didn't test it too long, but it didn't seem to be working for me, which kind of shows that it's a net limiter's tactic to use Lorentz and Duality. This is something that is pretty well known if you're in those communities or if you've seen these exploits being used. We can even just read some of the top comments here. He says, if net limiter was used, the ban is 100% deserved. Cheese Forever even responds to that saying, yes, those should be bannable. So using this exploit without a net limiter would be, I guess, technically not against terms of service. Still extremely, like, this is some crazy cheese, right? Going into your loadout and swapping 100 different times, and then you duplicate yourself and then you can like one-shot bosses. Technically, if you're not using any external device, I guess that's fine, but even he said that he was having problems getting that to work. I feel like the clears in contest were not people doing this. There wasn't someone standing in front of the boss with the death lasers coming down, just doing this for like 30 seconds, circling through all their loadouts to pull the glitch off. They're just using limiters, right? Like, let's be real here. Like, the majority of those cheated clears, they were cheating. And so I think that the title here may be a little bit misleading, because what he's insinuating is contest clears were not cheating, they're just gate kept. And so the gatekeeping is that there's this like crazy information how to one-shot bosses, and not everyone knew about it. They gate kept the information, but I really don't think that this is happening too much. I would love to see people pull this off in actual clips, not using a net limiter to sort of give evidence of this working, because as it stands right now, I think the people that were caught and exposed one-shotting the boss were probably just using net limiters. I mean, that's what everyone is saying right here as well. So we got all these comments saying, how have people forgotten that Bungie had to change their terms of service to explicitly list net limiting as a bannable offense? It was back when people were getting banned randomly for having bad internet. He says, done with net limiter. I've seen enough. I'm calling the ban hammer. Yeah, Cheese Forever, this should be banned. This is typical net limiting. And so, yeah, this is still literally just network manipulation. So I think that there's maybe a difference in what Cheese Forever said and what people are interpreting. Cheese Forever kind of maybe misworded it a little bit, especially with the title and then what he said in the video. So I think what he's saying in the video is that you could literally just pull this off by just swapping your loadout a bunch. You don't need a net limiter, but the net limiter makes it significantly easier. So still a pretty crazy video. Everyone's talking about this. Is this exploit a bannable offense? Should you be banned in Destiny 2 for pulling this off? And I wonder if there's going to be any clips that circulate or are floating around of anyone actually pulling this off, because it's a pretty crazy one. And obviously Bungie will have to address it at some point. I mean, at this point, I could see them going with locked loadouts for the next raid, which would be extremely unfortunate. I mean, no one wants locked loadouts. Well, maybe some of you do, actually. I guess I shouldn't speak for everyone. Let me know down in the comments below how you feel after the loadout swapping craziness with all of this, and with the people cheating, and with the absolute necessity to loadout swap in order to clear contest. Do you think that the next raid race should have locked loadouts? Or do you not mind it at all? Do you not mind the power boost that we get from being able to swap? Unless Bungie can fix this one, though, I can see that being part of the future for Destiny 2, especially in challenging content, because this looks crazy. I mean, this, honestly, I've just find this far-fetched. If I'm being honest, this looks like, I don't think anyone could pull this off while those death lasers are coming down on you, right? Even if you're standing in a well, those lasers can kill you. They melt the well sword, and then they'll kill you through it. I don't think anyone's standing up there doing this for, I mean, how long is he even doing this for? Like, he's doing this for so long here. What time does he start? He starts it at 43 seconds, and at 2 minutes and 15 seconds, he still hasn't even finished it. Like, you have to sit there and do it for 2 full minutes. Like, the damage on the boss is almost done at that point. And then you can swap to duality and one-shot the boss? Like, what? I don't know. It seems a bit far-fetched. A lot of people are roasting this video and critiquing it. Figured I'd bring you a video talking about it and reacting to it, because I thought the topic is interesting enough, right? I think it's an interesting one, but I'll let you decide down below. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.